tacos. It's not double-decker tacos. They're like an empanada chili change with Casino, since people shower them with money.
Well, once again, another week down, and yet the seasons has been getting more and more interesting. However, I want to address something quickly in my last video. I have no idea what happened, it didn't do so well. I know I messed up on a few things, especially with the editing, so I will hold the L on that one, and I promise to make up in this one. It won't be a long one, however, there are a couple things that Phil said that caught my attention. So, let's get into it, shall we?
But hopefully you guys tonight will support this stream. Let's make this stream a great final stream of the week.
Spoiler alert, Phil did not reach his goals in the past 3 streams. As a matter of fact, I may post those little clips here. And once again, Phil fails to realize his whales are tapped out. They can't give him money luxury like this on a daily basis every time he streams. If he'll actually stop and think for a moment and realize it's better to get a part-time job and stream, I don't know, maybe 3 times a week, that's it.
Right, let's hit it strong, hit it fast. Let's go, let's hit the goal and get into good position.
Bend over and I'll show you.
I announced this morning. You may not have heard it because I didn't do a podcast this morning, so you probably haven't heard this yet. So originally I was going to do Katsu Burger, the return at 50 goals, but I've decided to change that. Since now we're at the end of the week and I got word that the new Taco Bell menu, the new Decades menu.
Now earlier in the week, his chat didn't care for neither one. Not the Katsu nor the Taco Bell, as many of them starting to realize this reward for DSP tries it is a scam. And he always switches up as you see here. And they don't get anything out of it other than to watch a fat slob eat food on stream in the most nastiest and disgusting way. And also, Phil, I did take a look into this menu. There's nothing new about it.
Starts on Tuesday, okay? So I'm actually going to update this right now. Tuesday, September 9th is the new Decades menu from Taco Bell, including a double-decker taco, 2 different returning burritos. Actually, I take it back. There's a Doritos Locos taco. It's not a double-decker taco. I think it's the Doritos Locos taco, 2 different burritos. I know one's like chili and cheese, and then
It is very important to have a refresher once in a while, as to keep the skills sharpened and the mind up to date, as you can see as I put this screenshot here. Now, if Phil was only eating fast food, I don't know, let's say once a month, then he would be fine. However, we know this dumbass eats it every week. Hell, in my opinion, 3 times a week. Which again reinforces my theory that he does not have gout. But he has another blood disease that he does not want to tell people. I mean, it's quite obvious. I think he has diabetes. It explains why he runs to the restroom quite a lot.
some kind of a dessert, like a empanada dessert or something. So when we hit,
I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck.
50 goals, we will be doing that.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck.
Thing is, originally I thought we might hit the goals before
Now, if I give a shit, I might just give a fuck.
that happened, and I wanted to have a reward for before that, but it looks like there's no way. So, we're at 44 still. We're still stuck. We haven't, been
Just give a fuck, but I don't give a shit, so I don't give a...
consistently gaining goals. At most, we've been hitting like 1 a day. So let's hit a goal tonight. Since I didn't hit it earlier, right? Let's go. Let's hit that goal tonight. Get to 45 and then 5 more goals for next week to do the new Taco Bell Decades menu, shall we? We had a pizza in the oven, a frozen pizza.
See how often when it comes to DSP tries it, it always has to do with money? I've seen many other few reviewers on this platform do a far better job at reviewing foods than Phil does. I mean, Phil, if you want to try said food, just buy it and stop forcing your dents to pay for the whole thing. And also, turn one of your other channels into, I don't know, DSP reviews foods or something like that. Yeah, I know that's pretty pathetic, but it's just an idea. But then again, he's gonna stink up the joint right from the start anyways.
Rising crust frischetta. We had a few options, but basically we didn't feel like cooking any of them. Like, we already had chicken sausage a ton this week, and it was another meal that was gonna have chicken sausage, and we're like, oh, we had it like 2-3 times enough. So we just tossed the pizza in the oven and ate it. That was dinner. Hardly health food, but it's all good. Keep in mind, I didn't do a DSP Tries It this week, right? We did Calorie Mate, which is a nutritional snack. And that was it. So I didn't even eat fast food this week. So I guess it's okay to eat the pizza. King Michael, good evening. Do we have chicken sausage before I played the Tony DLC? Oh, yeah. At least once. At least once, if not twice. Seriously. Yeah, because yesterday... Well, no, one day we had the protein pasta with the chicken sausage. That was probably the first attempt to play Ballad of Gay Tony, I think. Yeah. Yes, we do like the Freschetta Rising Crust pizzas. Obviously, they're not real pizza quality, but for a home pizza you bake in your oven, they're pretty good. We don't like DiGiorno because DiGiorno ends up getting like mushy in the middle for whatever reason. Don't know why, but it's always like wet and soppy and mushy in the middle. And also, you'll look greasy. Like it seems like with DiGiorno, with the toppings, all the toppings, like as they bake, all the oil goes like to the center of the pizza. It becomes disgusting. So we don't like the DiGiorno. And all the other ones are shitty. For Freschetta, it stays crispy, good rising crust, decent.
Phil, no matter which pizza you buy from the frozen food aisle at the grocery store, whether it's DiGiorno, Francesca, or Tombstone, none are going to beat the best chain pizzas in the area such as Little Caesar, Papa John, etc. But guess what? All pizzas are greasy unless you make it from scratch and control how much oil you use with it. But then again, what does Phil know? He thinks this is a podcast, which it really is not. He's just trying to fill in stuff for dead air, which he does anyways, instead of just getting right to the gameplay.
Tasting sauce, pretty good stuff. Is DSP Tries It about reviewing fast food exclusively? Well, let's see. The last episode, I reviewed Calorie Mate nutritional snacks, which are a tie-in with Metal Gear Solid Delta. And before then, I did a flight of beers. So I guess the answer would be no.
No shit, Sherlock.
Considering we haven't done an actual fast food taste test in many, many weeks. Kino Casino skipped another stream tonight. You were right about them.
And here we go.
Now, when you say skipped, are you saying that they had one scheduled and they just decided not to do it? I keep telling you guys, it's this simple. If you support me more, think about everything that's happened this year, over the course of this year when you've been supporting
people
me.
coming on the stream, they're saying things like, hey, I want to hijack your whole stream. Here's my friend code. Challenge me in the game, and if you beat me, I'll drop subs. That's fucking disrespectful. It's incredibly disrespectful for two reasons. Number one, because I'm doing a stream to entertain a public audience. This isn't your private stream where you think you can pay to make it content specifically for you. That's literally going back to the days of Tutankhamun. Remember him? Who said, oh, I want to pay you and you play Street Fighter V and shit like that. Remember that? That's incredibly disrespectful to any streamer to do that. That's number one. And number two, gee, when you drop hundreds and hundreds of subs over on Kino Casino every night, do you ask them to hijack their stream and completely change their content to give to your needs, or do you just support them? So I'm done with that shit. And if I ever see it again, I'll tell you right now, I'm just dropping the fucking ban hammer the moment I see it. It's incredibly disrespectful. I don't play that fucking game. I'm no one's bitch. I'm not going to change my marathon around because someone's, oh, dangle the carrot. Here, dangle the carrot. You can take the carrot and you can shove it up your fucking ass. How about that? And the attendance and support is dwindling. 2 streams ago, I think I made like $30-something on the stream. And then last time, because I had brought up, oh man, I don't want to retire the game, I want to beat it, we actually had a rallying and a bunch of people came to that last Claire Obscure stream and supported it, so we did well. This morning was the worst stream of Claire Obscure and the worst stream that I have actually done in about a year and a half. I think the last time I had a stream this dead were the night streams when I was playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth almost 2 years ago. All right? Attendance was abysmal. We had less than 150 people on YouTube and only about 40 to 50 people on Kick. So one of the lowest attendance streams I've ever had in my life. I have monstrously upgraded my setup. I have bought way more games and played a bigger variety of games than ever before.
And about 70% of those games you brought, Phil, you wage quit. Why you take too long to finish the others as a streamer? As far as your setup goes, you got over this year, that was a big waste of money. You should have put all that money really back into fixing your house, such as that bathroom and that shower, which is still broken. Again, Phil is the prime example of a fool that will part ways with his money.
I've expanded my horizons, adding peripherals and things to this that I've never done. I tried new projects like building Legos and doing all this fun stuff. I let you guys pick new DSP trizits, right? Like a flight of beers and stuff like that. It's all been change and improvement because you guys have supported me. I want you to...
There's a decent amount to unpack here. Adding 3 extra cameras to your setup did not help, Phil. We saw the amount of dust that's in that office. As for Legos, you failed horribly at that, which Iviga and a couple others have beaten you by the time you finished building. Oh, by the way, Iviga, when you do finally watch this video, keep Phil out of your territory. And as for DSP Trizit, I already addressed that issue earlier in this video, and I don't feel like repeating myself. And other than that, you've been doing a lot more begging than usual. Matter of fact, a lot more than last year. But I almost forgot. There was a clip I did have that I want to show right here. Another one of Phil's golden moments.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the kick moderators, you guys are going to be demodded tonight. The people that were here, I know who you are. I know you're in other chats. I know you're purposefully going into the chat when I turned it off. And then when I turned the fucking stream back on, you left to not moderate. So don't expect to have your swords tomorrow. You two know who you are because you were here before and you leave purposefully to let this flood in. So you're not going to be mods anymore, all right? In fact, I'll just do it now. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, goodbye, dark side dabbing. Get the fuck out. Not only did you relinquish your sword, you relinquished your ability to watch my fucking streams ever again. I'm not going to allow you to be watching my streams if you're going to be a moderator who's not going to moderate on purpose and let this go run rampant. You did it on purpose. You're a dickhead, okay? So I'm not going to put up with that shit. I'm trying to fucking play a crazy-ass high-difficulty match against a pro Marvel player, and I got to put up with this shit because you're a dick? No, you get the fuck out of my community. How about that? I want you to think about how different in the last 1 year things have been since all that time before it when I was basically broke, okay? Now I want you to think about how much has actually changed with Kino Casino since people shower them with money. Because with them, when they get rewarded, there's no effort put in. It's like, oh, it's vacation time. Oh, it's time for another side project on Patreon or whatever the fuck it's called. Gumroad. The fuck cares about Gumroad? You know, just more and more bullshit. To that, what major thing have they done in the last year? Name one.
Phil, they are a drama channel. People come to them for that kind of entertainment, while you, on the other hand, are very boring. Also, they put a lot more effort into their content, otherwise they will not be able to get the audience that they have compared to your little 150, sometimes 200 viewers on YouTube, and you're lucky to even get 100 on Kick. Also, you have no room to talk about Patreon when you's doing a very similar thing to, and I forget the dense name, to that one person, charging them $50 per content. And also, since Phil here wants to play mind games, what thing they done in this whole year? Let's see. Gave you a boost, got you on Kick, got you a partnership, whatever. Their audience member came over to support you, give you money, views, and everything. Oh, and lastly, gave YouTube and Kick a whole lot of content to go over, numbnuts.
Right? It's the same show every night, same fucking lol cow bullshit, same content. The thing is, people
Oh, hi there, Kettle. Name's Pot. Have we met?
eat up drama. So because of that, they're successful. Me, I bust my ass. You support me, I will work harder. I will work more. I will try to do my best to entertain you all right? And I hope that you have seen that this year. Has there not been a huge change in the way of content that I'm making now, right?
No, Phil, you got the same content, the same drama, the same year, the same everything. But I tell you what, though, you got a lot more detractors than you think. As a matter of fact, one person that comes to my mind, Urban Style Individual. I'll post a link to his channel down below. Does a lot of great content, and he breaks stuff down better than I could. What you think, YouTube? They got some competition? Nah, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But again, this just goes to show that Phil has a lot more trolls than fans.
Really? So I hope you understand that. Oh, absolutely. I enjoy the streaming more since the improvements. Are you kidding me? This is so much fun. Now I actually have a good looking set. I get to mess with stuff every day, make it look fun and
This is bullshit.
special and different. It's added effort, but I know that that effort pays off and people like it, you know? So yeah, absolutely. Since I got all this new stuff going and everything, it's been way more fun for sure. That is true though. I'll agree with Naitomi or Naitomiya 215s. It's still not as good as LTG setup.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I'll have to agree on that. I mean, you can't beat a cat tree sitting behind you with a plain wall and a white door behind you that it looks like you're living your grandma's house, and at any moment she'll burst through the door and tell you to take the trash out, right? Or, you know, why didn't you wash the dishes this morning? You know? Or maybe like, you know, his ex bursting through the door asking him where the hell is his child support payment that he's behind on. That, you know, I can't beat that. There's nothing I could ever do.
You know what? First of all, and second, once again, Phil taking shots at LTG. I don't want to get that man a W, yet Phil just can't seem to let him go. So what? He's got a cat tree in his house. At least he take care of his cat. Where's Jasper's blood work? Oh, yeah, go ahead, make fun of his family. Well, expecting Cat to fly into your office and just smack you upside the head with a frying pan because you can't seem to shut up. Also, Phil, nice little jab about his child support. Don't you still owe Cat that honeymoon? Oh, and let's not forget, you're still behind your taxes, so if that was you, I'll just leave this subject alone.
It sucks my setup doesn't have a cat tree. I'll tell you this, if my setup had a cat tree, Jasper wouldn't use it.
Huh?
Because we've had 2 cat trees in the house ever since we got Jasper. One of the cat trees he literally never used, to the point where we just finally took it out of the room and put it in the garage because it was just taking up space. The other one, he rarely uses. Like once in a blue moon, he'll climb this thing and maybe go inside and sleep in one of the little, you know, enclosures. He almost never uses them. He just doesn't like them.
Okay, maybe I'm just being a little nitpicky here, but he just lied because in the same breath he said Jasper would not like a cat tree, but then literally he just say at the same exact time they had 2 cat trees but he was barely in it. And plus, Phil, you never mentioned that you had a cat tree in the past, so which is it, bud?
Okay, so guys, we're going to start in about 5 minutes. Please, let's get support for tonight's stream, all right? You know that once I start playing, I have to focus on the game, right? I have to focus. I can't be talking with you guys all night when I'm playing CVS2.
Yes, you can, Phil. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record when I say this, but once again, because Phil loves to repeat himself, I have seen Aishio Moto, James the Lesser, Saf Ripper, Slylands TV, and many others stream and still be able to look at the chat and still have a conversation. For whatever reason, Phil, you can't do that either because you're too lazy or you prefer your chat to focus only on the game. But now that I think about that, he prefers both anyways.
And these sets can tend to be pretty long, so I would appreciate support. Again, we have not had a super well-supported stream this week. It's been back and forth, and earlier today we did not hit a support goal. So tonight it's important that we end the stream, or that we end the week strong with a goal hit tonight, okay? So let's go. Griffin, good evening. How are you? No, I'm not playing NBA 2K. I don't know why you even asked me that. I don't play sports games.
And with that, we come to the end of the video. As I promised, not a super long one, but hey, a rather interesting one. By the way, we are still on course for 500 subs. Yes, there was some minor setbacks, but hey, that's just part of life. You know how that is. And I also did look into doing the giveaway for GTA 6. I am a little disappointed that there's no PC version of it. No Steam, no COG, no nothing. But hey, that's okay. I'm still going to get it for the person for Xbox or on PlayStation as promised. But stay tuned, guys and gals. I got more videos in the works. And always remember to stay on target.